Happy Sunday. It is November 15th, and I am here for an impromptu masterclass. I'm so excited to share this masterclass with you, especially as we're moving into what could potentially be the second lockdown and into a new year of 2020. We can all agree that 2021 has been a very stressful and challenging time. So just taking a moment to really acknowledge that. This masterclass that I'm going to be sharing with you is how to prioritize yourself and to practice self-care. How do you hold strong boundaries? How do you build your confidence and reduce your stress while still taking care of all of the things that you have on your to-do list? This masterclass is for women who want to take care of themselves, that are ready to build unstoppable confidence. This is for the women who are exhausted, drained, spread too thin, and just feel completely overstretched. You have just too much on your to-do list. What I want to say is that this is not for women who are wanting a quick fix. This is not for women who are not really ready to make a change. If you're not really willing to do the work and you're not ready to commit, then this masterclass is not for you. One thing that I would love is that if this resonates with you throughout, just go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know that this is sticking, that you're really feeling it. If you're here live, let me know you're here, because then I can kind of interact with you personally. And if you are watching the replay, let me know that you showed up, that you were here. And we'll just kind of dive in. This is not going to be for women who are not ready to invest their time, money, or resources into themselves. This is my promise to you today. Everything that I have to teach you today, and for as long as we know each other, will always be in the path of yoga, in alignment with the path of yoga. I'm going to be sharing with you how and why living your yoga has the ability to continuously change and transform your life. What I want to do is, for those of you that have been following me, you kind of already know a little bit about me, but I want to share a little bit more about how I got here. So back in 2018, I was teaching yoga. Back in 2018, I started yoga. I didn't start teaching yoga until 2012, but my dad had just died of cancer when I was 20. How old was I? When I was 17, my dad died of cancer, and I was really lost. I was kind of just doing everything that I was told to do to bring me success. And at the same time, I was numbing my pain with boys, sex, drugs, food, everything, you name it. I didn't want to feel my feelings. And so I was numbing out, but at the same time, I really wanted to make my dad proud. And that's when I found yoga. That's when yoga came into my life. It really changed me and changed who I was. And so I wanted to share that gift. I felt like it was my dharma. In yoga, dharma is like your path, your soul's purpose. And so I started teaching yoga, and I've been teaching yoga now for 10 years. I've been a student, such a dedicated student, continuously studying. I've been leading yoga teacher trainings and retreats around the world in Bali, Australia, Costa Rica, Morocco. I've led over, 17 yoga teacher trainings. I've been hosting my online yoga platform for over a year now with over 40 women who have graduated, who have participated, and then we do an after program even to do full moon and new moon rituals. And this is really for me to help women who are high achieving, overachievers, who are giving to everyone else, and they're really ready to be like, I want to give to myself. I need to give that energy back into me. So you're like, I want to reclaim my power. I want to build my confidence. I want to feel and like love who I am. This is for the women who want to set boundaries. They really want to establish a daily practice, daily yoga practice to create a life of passion and purpose. One where you're not just like doing the motions, but like you're really there, like so present into everything that you're doing. And you wake up excited to do those things. I am here. I feel that my mission is here to help you create a solid roadmap to take care of yourself so that yoga becomes more than just something you check off of your to-do list, but rather it's a way in which you live your life. And today, if you watch till the very end, I'm going to be giving away $500 off to one woman who signs up for the Live Your Yoga mentorship in November. And I'm closing enrollment, so no one's going to be allowed to enroll in December because this is the time where we pause and really reflect on 2020 so that we can start to put the roots in the soil for who we want to become in 2021. Before any woman is accepted into the program, you must fill out an application, go through an interview process to actually make sure it's a good fit. I will also be giving away a one-on-one coaching session with me, and let's just dive right in. So this masterclass is going to you're going to walk away with solid information that you can begin to implement into your life right away. Today, what I'm going to be teaching you is how you can overcome self-sabotaging and limiting beliefs that are holding you back, that are getting in your way. Why and how we need to stop feeling guilty about saying no to others in order to say yes, and say yes to ourselves. Oh, and that we have to shift our mindset that self-care is selfish. We think that self-care is an act of being selfish, but actually it's a way of creating self-love. It's such a good example for those people in your life and how they show up to treat you. What you're going to discover today is how to practice the tools of yoga. You will be able to find peace in those moments and harmony in the midst of chaos. You'll learn the benefits of a daily yoga practice. Again, how self-care is a reflection of self-love. Ways to evaluate your time so that you can have more time prioritizing you. Let me know in the comments below if this sounds familiar. Let me know. You're so busy and overstretched, you feel like there's no time in the day for you. You keep telling yourself that you're gonna do it later. I'll do it later. But later never actually comes. Do you wish that you had more inspiration, more motivation to take care of yourself and do the things you love to do? I have a quick question for you. Are you ready? Are you truly ready to do something, but you don't know? You're not sure how to start. Or you've started, you get going, and then you pause, and you're back to square one. So you need help. You need some motivation to keep showing up when it gets hard, to keep showing up for yourself. Do you feel like there's no other way? You feel like there's this invisible barrier between you and what you want? Do you feel like there's this problem that can't be fixed? I have really good news for you today. And I want to tell you that the real problem is that you don't have these 3 pillars from the Live Your Yoga mentorship integrated into your daily life. And I'm going to share them with you so that you can begin to implement them after this masterclass. Right away, you can start to use these. And once you make these shifts, you'll start to see that the transformation doesn't happen overnight, but rather in small shifts that you make in your day-to-day actions. I mean, think about it. If you lose weight quickly, the weight tends to come back just as quickly. If you lose weight over, for example, a longer period of time, the chances of you keeping that weight off are much higher. Let me know if this resonates with you. Have you ever been on a diet, lost weight, and then it comes back on? Let me ask you this. Did you know that 97%, I just learned this today, did you know that 97% of diets fail? That's what I love about the practice of yoga, is that it's not something you just check off of your to-do list. It's not just like I'm gonna do this for a short period of time and then it's over. No. This is a lifestyle change, and that is why it works. When you change your lifestyle, when you change your habits, you change your life. The same thing goes, like when we want to change our habits, I always tell my students, those ones that are like in the interview process of us working together, I say like, are you committed to meditating every single morning for just 10 minutes? Like only 10 minutes, can we make that commitment when we start the program together? And they, I say like just 10 minutes and they're like, okay, only 10 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, give yourself the gift of 10 minutes. Let's start small. If I asked you right now, if you're watching live or the replay, like comment below. If I said, hey, fill in the blank, let's start working together and every day you have to take 2 hours for yourself. You'd be like, bye, Amber, I don't have 2 hours, I can't. I'd love to. So you'd like run the other way, and then later, like you'd feel guilty if you did say yes because you weren't successful. So rather, I always tell my students, let's start small, just 10 minutes. And gradually over time, let's begin to add on to that. When you're able to make the mindset shift from thinking that you have to have like all of this time, realizing, that making you a priority starts with scheduling in. And yes, I said schedule because what you schedule in gets done. If you don't schedule it in, it's not going to get done. So schedule in 10 minutes a day. And when you start to show up 10 minutes every single day, you start to believe in yourself and what's possible for you. With these 10 minutes a day, you start to incorporate practices into your life that allow you to feel peaceful and in the midst and calm while you're doing everything. Like you're getting all the things done, but that little glimpse of 10 minutes of peace, of hope, of faith, it starts to come with you throughout your day. It's like that 10 minutes in the morning is priming the rest of the day. I want to know. Put it in the comments below. Right now, are you constantly hitting the snooze button? Do you feel or think that this is just who you are? There's actually no chance of change? Do you believe that you're too busy? Do you think that you're not enough? Or do you have this thought that like you're always a failure, you try and try again, but nothing works? You start to take care of yourself and then you lose motivation. I've been there. All of that, I can relate, I know. And what I'm going to share with you is these 3 transforming pillars that I've used in my life and over 40 women have used in my program. And what you're going to see for yourself is just how powerful practicing self-care through the tools of yoga, making yoga your life for obtaining peace and harmony in the midst of any storm. What one of my students said is like, Amber, I'm only 2 weeks into the program and I love how nothing outside of me has changed. My external world is the same, yet I feel peace. And it's like, yes, we have control over how we feel. It's not an external world shift. Yes, that helps. Yes, environment is important, but it's not the end all be all. You have a choice of what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your mind. And so I'm super excited to teach you these 3 pillars that you can start to use right away. So here we go. Let's do it. Number 1 is vitality calibration. What is vitality calibration? This is yoga asana. This is movement. When you move your body every single day, you give yourself confidence because what you can do today shifts from what you can do tomorrow. And when you're on the mat and you're able to turn impossible into possible, you can do that off the mat in your life. When you move your body, not only do you increase your blood flow, but this then gives you more energy. Your heart's racing, there's more energy for you throughout your day. When you're able to calm your mind by moving your body, you're able to reduce stress. You're able to reduce tension or tightness in the physical body, and then you're able to sleep better, and you wake up feeling better. When you're able to sleep better, you wake up motivated. You're like, okay, what am I going to do today? I'm ready. You have more passion. You have more energy to get the things on your to-do list done. And here's what happens. When you cultivate more energy in your body, you feel more alive. You have more confidence in yourself. And then in that, you get more motivation to get the shit done. Pardon my language, but like when you wake up and you take 10 minutes in the morning to move your body, you are stronger throughout your day. You have more energy. And you know, what I love is one of my previous students is like, it was so hard for me to get onto my mat for just 10 minutes. But once I started to get on my mat, it just became a habit and I was excited to get there. Not because I wanted to get on the mat when I woke up in the morning, but because once I got off the mat, had so much more motivation. And it's like, yeah, the hardest part, I'm telling you, is getting on the mat. That's the hardest part because we don't always want to. We don't always have the energy. But the secret is that it gives you energy. It does. Let me know if you can relate to this. If when you do yoga asana, when you move your body, you feel better. Let me know if you have more energy. And also if you can relate to getting on your mat being one of the hardest parts. Okay. Pillar number two is mindful moments. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude, writing down things that you're grateful for every single day. Giving your mind, like all the chaos that's in your mind, somewhere to go, write it down so that you can release and let go of stress. I know for me and often some of my students, writing it down is hard because it makes it more real. It's a little bit challenging to see what's happening here, but it's here. So when you get it onto paper, you get it out of you. And then it also allows you to connect to like, what does your heart desire? What is it that you want? When you're able to live in a place of gratitude for all that you already have and already are, you're able to attract more things into your life to be grateful for. By writing out your deepest heart's desire, you are able to take action steps to get you there. By writing out what's going on in your mind, your biggest stresses, your biggest worries, you're able to release stress and tension out of your mind and actually create like this space, inner peace inside of you. Let me know if journaling helps you or if it's something you're like, don't want to do it. It's so hard. Journaling and meditation will allow you to bring your awareness to what you want and what you don't want. And in this, there's this boundary so that you can be a little bit stronger in saying yes and saying no. And again, like I was saying before, create a solid plan, action steps for what it is that you want in your life. And when you take this time, so when you prioritize yourself, when you take this time to meditate and to journal, you hold strong boundaries. And it's like, for some people in your life, it's like, no, I can't help you today. I need to say yes to myself. And you'll understand like no means no and yes means yes. And one of my teachers said, and it really resonated with me, I was like crying when she was giving the speech, is like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And it was like, I was bawling my eyes out because I knew I was in a relationship that it was like, it's a yes, but. And I was just like weeping in tears because I knew it was a no, but I kept saying yes anyways. When you give yourself, when you give others, when you show up in this way, you're not you're not only like, okay, for example, you're exhausted, you're tired, you had a commitment to show up for somebody, and instead of saying no, you go anyways. What happens is you're not only stealing from you, but you're stealing from them because you're not present. And one thing is for sure, it's like as women, we are nurturers. We are filled, like our hearts are warm. We're happy when we're taking care of other people. When we help other people succeed, it makes us happy. But like with everything, the saying, it goes like something, everything in moderation, especially moderation. So if we put people's needs above our own needs, it's like we give so much that there's nothing left to give. Like at the end of the day, you're like, okay, I'm gonna practice at the end of the day. And you're give, do. At the end of the day, you have nothing left. You're like, I just wanna sit on the couch. I just want to like have a beer. I just wanna eat a piece of cake. Like I'm tired. And it's like, you're trying to pour from an empty cup. And what happens is like, we get to a place of exhaustion, depletion, resentment, and this feeling of emptiness. So when we become empty, it's like there's no presence in what we do. So we steal from ourselves and we steal from others, and you're just doing the motions, just like showing up here, I'm here, but you're not actually there. Let me know if that lands. Like if you just show up, but like you're so not there because you're tired, if you're exhausted. Self-care is not selfish. It's actually like we fill our own cup, we do for ourselves so that we can give to others and be more present, and then the outcome is more rewarding for everyone involved. Put yourself first. Teach others when we say no that we're actually saying yes to ourselves. And then you can begin to lead by an example, like teaching other people how to treat themselves, but also treating other people how to treat you. When using the mindful moments method, one of my students had shared with us on a group call that we had that she actually found that holding boundaries with her family and taking care of herself, not only did they like encourage her and were like, yeah, go, please have some yoga time. Like she calls it her peace time. They encouraged her to do it. And what she discovered is that she actually had more motivation and energy to do things for them afterwards. And she admitted that like it was her own mind and in her own head that she felt like she always needed to be there for them, but she didn't. Like they were okay. And they were actually really even much more happier with her because she was showing up more presently. And from that moment on, she's continuously coming to the group calls and, taking her time in the closet and having mom time. And really putting herself first. And I think this is a great example of how we can think we need to be there, but actually everything's going to be okay if we take some time for ourselves. And then we're going to dive into pillar number 3, which I believe is the most powerful of them all when combined together, because you have support and people to talk to about your journey as it's unfolding. As you start to do something you've never done before, put yourself first, you need motivation and accountability with other people who are on the same path and kind of having those similar struggles. It gives you inspiration and a feeling like you belong to a bigger purpose by coming into a safe container of community. You're then able to express how you feel, hear other people's stories, and then they're encouraging you how to hold boundaries, and they're also helping you, cheer you on, and even learning from other people's examples. What I think that is when you bring mindful moments into a handheld community of support, you have women you trust and feel connected to, like an extended family. The feeling where you know that you're not alone and that actually this is very common for all of us. The one thing about the Live Your Yoga women that I'm starting to see is the bond that we create even post-graduation, and how they're constantly saying like, I no longer feel like I'm alone in this, and I can really relate to so-and-so. And what I think is like when we combine handheld community of support, vitality calibration, mindful moments, all together. It's like you're in the driver's seat of your life. Because now you're prioritizing yourself. You believe in yourself. You're cultivating self-love by showing up for yourself every single day. And what I think is when you follow this blueprint here, like vitality calibration, mindful moments, handheld community of support, you're going to be, excuse me, my throat's getting caught. You'll be living a life of success that is determined on your own. Like I was saying it before, like when my dad died, I started like numbing out, and then I started going into following the success of what other people thought. I was going to college, I had a job, a long-term boyfriend, yet I was miserable. The only thing that I wanted was to be happy, yet those things that people told me was going to bring me happiness and success wasn't my own. And once I really started to cultivate yoga, meditation, journaling, and find my tribe, my yoga community, I define success by my own heart's conditions. And so when you start to follow this blueprint, it's like you get to decide, what does happiness mean? You get to decide what success means. And when you're taking care of yourself, you have unconditional love and unstoppable confidence. I want to ask you a question, and please put it in the comments below and let me know. Are you ready to get back into the driver's seat of your life? Are you ready to reclaim your power? We're powerful beings. Think about it. We can birth babies, human beings, without even saying or telling them what to do. It's so powerful what we can create when we put our mind to it. Once you start to add these 3 pillars into your daily life, you're going to start thinking, stop thinking, I'm too busy, I don't have time, I don't know where to start, I have to, I need to. When you begin to cultivate a practice of 10 minutes a day for yourself, you'll shift from saying, I don't have time, to, I make myself a priority. Let me know how this feels. The more I give to myself, the more I can give to others. I want to repeat that one. The more I give to myself, the more I give to others. Every day, I can do my best. Instead of saying I can't, say I want to. Instead of saying I can't or I have to, you'll start saying I want to. I'm consciously choosing this. And that's why this works. What you do every day is who you become. I'll share with you one of my favorite quotes, and I may butcher it, but bear with me. Buddha says, I think it really resonates, but what you think, you become. What you feel, your vibration, you attract. And what you imagine, you create. When you start to make these small changes every single day, like moving your body and meditating in a community of women who are on the same path as you are working to get onto, you are consciously creating your life. For the last 10 years, I've seen over hundreds of my students break through and shift their lives and completely just ride the waves of the ups and downs, because our life is not linear. It's a wave. And using the tools of yoga allow us, and they're tools, they're just that, they're tools, to ride the waves. The truth is, I personally am still riding the waves. And that's what I love most about this work, is that we learn most from each other, and that we're not only learning for us. Oftentimes when I share my revelations or my deepest discoveries or insights, someone else can relate to it. And if you have children, or if you're a caretaker, or if you're in the field of service, then you can use yourself, your journey, as a way to be an example. And I'm super excited because today I'm going to share with you an opportunity that I have. Like I said in the beginning, I have about 72 hours or so over the next few days where I'm going to start to help you personally implement these teaching and pillars into your daily life. So you can call me, book a call, and start to be like, hey, but what about this, Amber? And like I said before, like whatever challenges or obstacles may be rising, I've seen them before, and I can definitely help you to overcome them. You can continue, if you'd like, to do this on your own, the way you've been doing them now, and it could be slower, learning as you go. Or book a call with me and let's see exactly how I can help you. This will be a 15-minute discovery call. If I think I can help you, what we'll do is we'll set up a 45-minute strategy plan. And in that strategy plan, we'll create a step-by-step roadmap for you to start to implement these practices into your life. But what I want to say is this is, like I said in the very beginning of this masterclass, this is only for you if you are 100% committed. You're ready to do whatever it takes, because this is not easy. If this was as easy as Googling how to meditate, how to do yoga, how to find people, everyone would be doing it. If you're ready to say yes to living a life you desire, to living your life on purpose, and to commit to yourself, then please, I'll put it in the comments below, my calendar. Book a call with me. I do have several women that apply every month, and not everyone is accepted into the training. Sometimes it's not a now, and sometimes it's not a fit. So it's very important to not take up space on the calendar if you're only half in. Like, don't take up space on the calendar if you're like, yeah, I kind of want to do this, but I don't know. And if you're not going to show up, please just go ahead and cancel your call so that there's space for the other women. If you have any questions, any comments, put them in the comments here below, or book a call with me. Let's just dive in to see how you can implement these 3 pillars: vitality calibration, mindful moments, and handheld community of support. Let's make 2021 the best year ever. Let's start to cultivate daily self-love rituals through the practice of yoga. I'm going to leave you with one of my most recent graduate reviews, and let me just pull it up here for you on my Facebook page. Give me a moment. And I have been giving references to other women in the program, but not by name, just because I keep confidentiality. Everything that we do together, we do privately, but she did post this on my page. If you want to go see other reviews, other experiences, head over to Amber Hagberg Live Your Yoga. But here it is. Karen, what you aren't changing, you aren't choosing. I sent her a message right away. Her manner, her sense of humor, her way of gently imparting knowledge while keeping it real empowers healthy choices and cultivates inner drive and self-commitment. She truly has a gift. She came into my life when I needed her the most, and she has inspired me to meet my weight loss goals, 4 pounds away, #progress, not perfection. I'm even starting a job in a few weeks. I can honestly say she changed my life for the better. So this here is Karen. She has lost the weight she was looking to lose. She has a daily practice. She has that ability to control how she feels. And so if you feel like I want to be another one of your success stories, Amber, I want to be the next woman in your Live Your Yoga mentorship, then please book a call with me. Let's see if it's a good fit. If it's not, I'll send you in the right direction. But either way, I want this to be the best I took care of me year that you have. So I hope this helps. I hope it gives you some direction, and I look forward to chatting with you on a call to see if it's a good fit to work together. All right? Many blessings. Ciao.